Right, so this is a follow-up video from my previous video 2 weeks ago covering EU's data since then. My previous outlook, I forecasted lower prices. The week following the outlook, didn't see what I anticipated. However, it looks like this week we are seeing that forecast slash bias unfold. So I'll get into that. I have also took a trade this week, took shorts on Thursday, so I'll cover that. And yeah, I might make this some sort of regular thing for my own journal, put it on YouTube and see what happens. So every other week or whenever I feel like it, I'll cover some delivery, any trades I take, and yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. So getting into it on the monthly time frame, nothing's really changed since my last video. However, we're halfway through this trading month now, and it looks like we are finally seeing lower prices towards these lows. So quick refresh. April's candle cleared March's. I'm now anticipating price to head towards March's low, and relative equal lows here. So we've cleared previous month's high. I like to look at price to target the opposing liquidity in the form of previous month's low. So that's the monthly. Drop down into the weekly. Now it's been 2 weeks since my last kind of video on this, so we were up to the close of this candle. So the week following, like I said, we saw bullish prices here. During that week, we saw a price take out the previous week's high. Like I said, the way I like to look at it now is we might take out the previous week's low. So buy side taken, sell side's the next point of call, aligning with my monthly bias towards this low and this relative equal low. So although I was a bit thrown off by this, after the close I was like, okay, we have taken the previous week's high now. Next week, the week just gone, this candle here, we may head towards the previous week's low, like we clearly have. So that's the weekly. Drop to the daily. Now this week I did, well, not just this week, but I have been using the dollar index as like a cross reference point. So I'll cover that as well as we go through this. So yeah, in the last video I was aware that we had taken these lows into the weekly fair value gap and could potentially head higher. I think we was up to about here, so I had this order block marked up and was anticipating potential lower prices from this order block alone. But like I said, we saw a bullish delivery that week, ultimately taking out buy side, relative equal highs. So took out the previous week's high as well as daily equal highs. I'll jump to the 4 hour in a sec and it'll show a bit clearer the order flow here. I'll just quickly jump to the dollar index. So on the dollar index, we've come down into discount weekly order block. We've taken sell side here. We've now got buy side. This highlights a large imbalance on the H4. And then we've also got this buy side here with still some imbalance in market above. So this gave me my bullish bias on the dollar index, especially towards this H4, which I'll drop to now. This is a dollar index chart still. So large H4 imbalance here. Buy side, we can see higher lows being respected. It's a bullish underpinning in the market. Got buy side, and this large gap above. So bullish dollar index, therefore bearish foreign currencies or the euro dollar. So this is the 4 hour on the euro now. And yeah, as we can see highlighted by this red rectangle, buy side taken. And then this is where I was a little bit thrown off the week following my previous video, as we were seeing bullish order flow into the new week. So I was aware from here we may rebalance here, head higher, failed to ultimately do that, and then we came down taking out this low here, which if we jump back to the daily is a daily fair value gap. So after price dropped into here, just highlight that, after price dropped into this level here, there. So that highlights the start of the daily fair value gap. This was like my final call for price to head higher. If we didn't head higher from here, then I was pretty adamant that we would see lower prices. Now, this candle here on Wednesday, this was a key indication to me that the bearish bias was now unfolding and we were seeing a change in the state of delivery. So I'll jump into that. This is where I took my shorts from towards sell side. And yeah, that's basically it for the 4 1 hour. It's just a bit more detail than the 4. Each one of these dividers highlights the new day. So midnight New York time. I base my trading off New York time. So yeah, this is the short. I'll jump straight to the 15 to be honest, just to cover that. So like I said, this reaction from covering there. So where are we? So this low here came into the daily fair value gap. We then did see a short-term shift. However, we only came up into this order block and then ultimately saw a price consolidate into Wednesday, displacement lower. So this was a key indication to me that if we don't see some sort of solid reaction from here, then you know I'm bearish. I'm looking short from this. We saw Wednesday consolidate. Clear that. Wednesday consolidate into Thursday. Opening price drop down. Now this drop down is enticing people to one sell. Jamming stops above here, and then as it trades higher, people are jamming stops here. 1 minute lows, all the way up until we see that manipulation, and then the shift lower, ultimately attacking the sell side that's now here, and towards the high time frame key levels below that daily fair value gap. So this was a pretty clean trade in my opinion. I also used the dollar index to cross-reference. So before I drop to the lower time frames, I'll just show the dollar index chart. So at the same time EU took its highs, we can see Wednesday's daily range highlighted here. See consolidation overnight, equal lows, Asia lows, New York lunch hour lows, open up, manipulation, clear displacement, wiping stop, shifting higher, and then ultimately trading higher up into the close towards this is the daily high, that daily high. So DXY supporting my narrative on the euro, and I will drop straight to the 5 for this entry. So I didn't take I took this short, but I didn't take the TP down here. This was just me journaling the potential this trade had, so I took my profit target there. Yeah, so sell side, previous day's low, that's where I took my take profit. So yeah, buy side taken, shift lower, fair value get respected here, could have gone short here. There was also a 1 minute short up here, but I just wanted a little bit more commitment. Eventually got that. 50% due to the large fair value gap, stopped just above the high, targeting previous day's lows. So really nice trade there. Happy to be involved on that one using the dollar index, and just remaining patient. This week I've only taken that one trade. Stayed out of delivery here. Just wanted to have a bit more information from the market as to where we were going. Like I said, this failed reaction from here was pretty key to me. We were below the weekly opening price, and from my previous data, I know that Monday has a 59% chance of printing the high of the week on bearish weeks. So my bias was bearish on the high time frame. We'd seen Monday's high take liquidity and then trade below weekly opening price, and then this energetic displacement here on Wednesday was key to me because we consolidated back into a rebalance. I didn't think we were coming back above here, and especially above Monday's high, to print the high of the week. My data shows that, like I said, Monday will print the high of the week with a 59% chance from last year's data. So that aided in this short, and then there was also shorts into Friday, into the close. As we can see, we opened Friday, traded lower during London, printed a high here. As soon as we traded below here, just get this marker up. As soon as we traded here, I set an alert here, as I knew anyone who was shorting during London, they were jamming stops there and all the way down. And then we can see the manipulation take place. Big explosive move higher. People seeing this, they're jamming stops below there, below 1 minute lows all the way up. And then we can see manipulation into an order block, lower time frame shift. At the same time, the dollar index. Oh. At the same, okay, what's going on there? At the same time, the dollar index cleared Asia lows and London lows, bang sharp aggressive manipulation into a fair value gap. Sell side taken, rebalance, can anticipate higher prices from here towards that daily high highlighted by this level there. So using the DXY has really helped over the past few weeks. Never really paid too much attention to cross-reference a market, but I always knew it was beneficial. I just never bothered. So yeah, really keeping an eye on that at the minute. That's really helped. And yeah, as you can see, this is just clean to me, especially knowing this is the target up here. Trend line, whatever kind of liquidity you want to call it. Anyone who's buying, following order flow, if they bought London here, if they bought, say they just bought there, they've probably got a stop there. Maybe target, they might be targeting this high. However, we can see that price comes down, wipes anyone who's got stops there, and the people who've got stops there, rebalanced, and then shifts. See another run on sell side here, rebalance into this fair value gap before I think one more run on lower time frame liquidity during the New York lunch hour before heading into close. So didn't quite get the high on the dollar index. I think Monday, Tuesday will probably open up and take that out. So that's the trades covered. I don't think I actually showed the entry on this Friday short. Let's just cover that. So yeah, this was a live markup. I was also looking at shorts here, but I was aware London was creating liquidity, so I sat out of them. And I was tempted to get involved in this. However, I'm trying to get on top of my over trading habits, impulsive lower time frame reaction habits, whatever you want to call it. And I'd already hit my trade yesterday on the Thursday, so I was trying to just have a bit more patience. I was happy to watch this play out, knowing this is exactly what I was looking at. I was at work, marked this up just as my shift started, and thought, you know what, I'll let this one go. Finish the week with a win from Thursday and just let price do its thing. So feeling confident with the way my trading's going at the minute. Really trying to get on top of that. Patience, trading less, and using the dollar index has really helped for direction. So going into next week, I'm going to probably allow Monday to deliver, see how we get on, see how Asia prints. But we have got this daily fair value gap here that we may see price trade up into and then head lower, or we may trade a bit higher into premium before heading lower. So fucking hell. Fucking dry mouth while he's talking. So yeah, we'll see where we go. My longer term direction is bearish towards these lows. So yeah, I'm going to wrap that one up there. I might make this like a kind of weekly, not weekly, but every now and again just cover some price action. I watched my previous video back about 4 or 5 times. So yeah, saves me watching crap on the YouTube, and I'm learning from myself, so kind of enjoy doing it. And yeah, we'll see what happens over the next few weeks, and probably come back with another update and hopefully some good trades. So yeah.